My name is Eloy Garza. I serve as a marketing lecturer here for the Robert C. Vackar College of Business Entrepreneurship. And it is an absolute pleasure to have you find distinguished guests here with us today, so that one of our best teams, who was part of my integrated marketing communications course this semester, can present to you their final pitch.
Awesome.
Now, the task for the semester was to engage with a business entity and develop an integrated marketing communications campaign around a specific problem and or opportunity. And as so, the team that you're going to be seeing now partnered up with McAllen EDC to develop a campaign for international recruiting efforts, specifically for Mexico. And so with that, they're going to present to you not only their research findings, but the pitch that they are proposing should be going on for this campaign.
Hi guys, we're Solab Marketing Agency, and this is our final pitch for McAllen Economic Development Corporation. And I'm Melanie Garza.
I'm Carla Medrano. I'm Susana Ibarra. And I'm Regina Serna. So a little bit of our background for McAllen EDC is that it was founded in 1988, and it is a nonprofit organization where their main focus is for workforce development, as well as being able to bring more economic success to the city of McAllen. So some of the opportunities and objectives is that one of the biggest things is that we are in the Rio Grande Valley, especially the location. It's something that within the border, it's something that allows people and companies from Mexico to come and be able to expand, especially not only Mexico, but in other regions. Additionally, we speak Spanish and English, so that is something that really helps us, especially with strong communication. Another thing we'd like to address is that we have a lot of opportunities, especially with working with students, just like we have here in the county with our university, but also with other high school students. Some of the objectives, it is to diversify sectors in e-commerce, and as well as brand recognition establishments for strong local and regional brand identity in Mexico. So some of our competitors are Laredo, San Antonio, and Corpus Christi. As we see through our numbers here in our followings, McAllen EDC actually ranks as #1 as far as Facebook. In regards to also one of the competitive advantage is that we have all four platforms, which is LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And as we see here, San Antonio is missing a YouTube channel, but Corpus Christi is also missing an Instagram profile. So some of the competitors, as we've noticed, like I addressed with their following, and also something that affects, because a lot of the reach doesn't get to several people, and something that we address as well is that with the videos, it's something very educational, because people sometimes don't know what resources are out there, and being able to promote the nonprofit organization, as well as inform them about all the services the McAllen EDC offers and being free, is something that's really helpful.
Okay, so for our positioning statement, we wanted to really emphasize what the McAllen EDC is all about. We wanted to make sure that they know that we're not just about creating jobs and helping the economy grow. We're about building relationships within our economy, within our community, and also fostering our culture within our community, because that's very important to us here in the Valley. So we wanted to really emphasize that in our strategy plan and in this positioning statement. So for our target persona, we have Antonio Rodriguez, CEO of Tecnomundo, and he's based in Mexico, and he's had experience over 15 years. He's really, he emphasizes really into his cultural roots and really likes building strong relationships, just like people here in the Valley. So that's really the main persona that we're trying to target. So for our insight and strategies, the one thing that we noticed is the lack of awareness of McAllen EDC. So for that, we wanted to really recommend word of mouth, and also utilize and explore targeted advertising. So in the airport, having some advertising or like a campaign there would be very beneficial for McAllen. And now for our promotion and budget, we made this, and we have like several things that we thought would be very important for it. and had the best quality prices, which is why we have a $6,000 budget here. We have like posters, banners, pictures, and everything. So here is just like a little breakdown of how much it would entail in each.
And this is our content strategy, and overall, our goal is simple. We want to increase brand awareness, let people know what McAllen EDC is doing, because what we realized, as Susie said in the insight and recommendation slide, there's a huge lack of awareness. When we conducted the survey, and we'll touch on that in a couple slides, but we realized that people just don't know what exactly you guys are doing. And they also don't know that you guys are nonprofits. So we really just overall want to increase brand awareness and educate the audience effectively. And with doing so, we plan to overall increase social media engagement. And some of the things that we would do for that would be event coverage, just like you guys did for McAllen. Just overall get more pictures, which you guys did do. Focus on blog posts and articles, video content creation, and as Susie and Carla both said, really enhance the relationship that is being built with that individual. And this is our messaging framework that centers around these 3 brand stories that are economic growth, new industries, and fostering innovation. And we also have our 3 core values right here that are entrepreneurship support, global competitiveness, and job creation. Overall, what we realized with EDC is that you guys really do encourage, encourage the growth of new industries, supporting existing businesses, and advancing innovation. But overall, we want to increase the evolution and increase these relationships that are being built. And this is a very loaded content calendar, but as I had explained the other time, you guys won't be posting every single day. This isn't what it's meant for. Overall, if you look into them specifically, there's a business expansion guide, behind the scenes content, growth stories, featuring, highlighting the board. And overall, our content calendar is designed to support, inform, and engage our audience. And the 4 platforms that we focused on was Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X. We know you guys don't have an X, but we created some content for X just in case you guys ever would like to open up an X account. And right here is, like I said, we have 3 themes, so inform, support, and engage. This one is to inform, and these are 3 mock-ups of what they would look like. Like we said, this isn't what you're going to post, but this is an example of, let's say, this was for McAllen. This would be a post that you guys made for McAllen. And then this is a post of someone's business that has partnered up with you guys. Then we have theme 2, community. So these posts would really just focus on, just community engagement and what you guys are doing and all of that. And then lastly, we have theme 3, which is support. And here you guys would upload things such as impact reports or just posts on educational webinars, educational content, all of that type of stuff. And just letting people know that McAllen EDC is here to help you guys grow. And right here we would have our next slide.
So we want to thank you first of all for inviting us to McAllen. We had a great time. And we got to pass out like 130 tote bags from what I was counting. And with all of that, we got 32 interviews done since a lot of people were in and out of meetings all day. So one of our first key questions was, are you familiar with McAllen EDC? 35% said yes, 29% said I've heard about them, and 35% said that they've never heard about McAllen EDC. So we really need to change those numbers, because you guys are really important and you do a lot of work for the community. We also asked about the website. Since one of the first pictures of the website, you guys know it, it's looking like a real estate business. And that's what 50% people were saying, that it does look like a real estate website or business expansion or construction or the most basic, a gated community. So we need to change that as soon as possible so that we can get the point across of what McAllen EDC really is. Also, we interviewed them on a scale from 1 to 10. How likely are you to wear the McAllen EDC tote bags featuring our mascot, Eddie? And we are glad to see that 14 people said 10 that they love them. So from 1 to 10, we saw the favorable streak. So they were really happy to wear them around because we had the seating,
The seal of success.
the seal of success all over it. But then we also had the meeting where investors were bringing in their food and they were sharing them. So they had a bunch of stuff to carry around. And yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry. And yeah, so we got a lot of good results from the interview, and now I will be telling you about the campaign materials I've created for you. So I've created promotional posters, a written promotional article, mascot, which is Mr. Eddie, and some table covers and all of that. We also created a video. We'll play it real quick, but it's kind of loud, so be careful. Just be aware of that. I don't know if So that's just a quick glimpse of what you guys could manage or create. And then we go into the campaign slogan. It's multilingual campaign, it's easy to remember and straight to the point. McAllen EDC es el puente para tu expansión internacional, which means McAllen EDC is a bridge for your expansion, for your international expansion. And then we also have noticed that McAllen EDC helps with the LLCs, something that we were not aware of, but the LLCs in Mexico right now are all the big, right? Everybody wants one. So we also said that create your LLC with us and we'll facilitate your start. Okay, so that's just the posters a little bit closer so that you can admire it. And okay, so the McAllen International Airport has now made the new non-stop flight from Mexico City to McAllen. And since that flight was introduced, we have 1,141 potential new clients that we're losing out on because we don't have any information. Last week I went to pick up my aunt and with her kids from the McAllen Airport, and I looked around and there's like 10 posters of Soho, which I don't know what they do, but they have 10 posters, so they have my attention, and I think we are missing out on that.
Sure.
So that's my proposal for it. And McAllen EDC is placed in a really good point. Business, no, the stop is military highway. Yes, I used to live by it, but I forgot the name. You have a really good spot. It goes by every single truck. There's a exchange house over there. There's everything around. So I think you're missing out on a new walking client. So I think these banners help a lot. You know how like we see them all around in apartment complex? So I think that will help you guys a lot as well. It has shown to increase traffic by nearly 15% in other places. So I think that will help you. Seal of success. We saw how everybody loved it in my next one. And we were hoping that as years come by, when Momole or La Maiceria actually set up shop here, we can give them one of these for their windows or their spot, and that will just help us continue and reinforcing the Seal of Success standard that McAllen EDC is providing when you come over here. Okay, my favorite part. The in-flight article for the AIRE. We talked with Expansión, which is a publisher house in Mexico City, and they're in charge of all these magazines, but we're focusing on AIRE. AIRE is a part of the Aeromexico marketing plan, so we got a quote of how much an article would be, and they told us for a single page content, single page advertisement, it would cost around 14,600, sorry, I can't
461.
Yes, plus tax, which we think we could, it's a good price for what we're getting. At least I believe so. You can find out more stuff about everything that it entails in the back, in the appendix. This is the AIRE in-flight article. You can scan to read it because it's kind of too small. And it just goes over what McAllen EDC is, a poster to reinforce branding, and some of the stuff, and it would be in Spanish, since Aeromexico is a Mexican airline, but they go all over the place. They go to Paris, Germany, and I think it's a good target. We created a promotional poster for McAllen. 89% of recipients remember receiving a flyer. And I think everybody loves our flyers. They were taking them from the bags and putting everything there. 79% of consumers interact with flyers by either keeping it or passing it. We have made some updates. So as you can see, that is a picture from a mole, and that is a picture from McAllen event. It's kind of small, but yeah, you can see it later when we pass it again to you guys. And for conferences gifts, we want to stick with tote bags. I think stickers would be a good thing to have. Water bottles might be more expensive, but they can give them to the kids or something. And yeah, these takeaways are mobile billboards. I've been carrying my bag around HEB, and it helps. We created some stationery and pamphlets real quick, an LLC guide and a business agenda, which we think would be beneficial to your new clients, that you give them and pass them out so they have an idea of what it entails. This is our ideal setup for conferences, and this is our Eddie.
Nice.
We made a 3D render mascot, so this is what he would end up looking like in a bigger conference or McAllen again. And we just want to thank you for the opportunity. We had a great time. These are design tote bags. They were 5 and 5. And yeah, some quick pictures of everything. We had a lot of fun.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
Well, ladies, I have to compliment you. I'm very, very pleased with what you've done. The work you've done has been excellent, and I think it's something that is. I think it will work, and it's a good starting point for, I think, developing that more international effort. We've had various ones over the time, but I think you've really brought it all together, synthesized it into one approach that could be used not just for Mexico, but for literally all the countries that we are targeting right now. So thank you very much. You're a very professional group, and you should be very proud of yourselves because you've done an excellent job. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to comment. I appreciate the energy that y'all bring to the work that you put into it. I can see that you work well as a team. You support each other, which is awesome. It's kind of what we do. We support each other. We're not one of us has a specific perfect skill. I think we all complement each other, and I think I see that with y'all. But I appreciate what you guys have done. I think the marketing product that you've developed and have put in place really goes back to what we do. It really focuses in on kind of how we got started, where we're at, and the things that we're doing, and where we need to be. I mean, there's a lot of things that we don't think about from the market. I mean, I've been this now 20 some years. Keith's been here a lot longer. So what's new and out there, sometimes we're not in line with that. And so we appreciate y'all bringing that to the table and really helping us look at those things. I think it makes a difference. We saw the response. I appreciate your work and going to the conference and being out there and engaging with people. I saw that. I think that's awesome. I think that's part of what we do. We have to engage with folks and try to get information from them and see how we can help them. You were doing the same thing for us, so I appreciate that.